Are you jacked up for GarageCam? Because this guy is here on NASCAR.com. Poco, yes. We're at Pocono, and I think there's some fans that are jacked up for GarageCam too. You guys jacked up?
Yeah, GarageCam!
Yeah. You guys too?
Oh yeah, way to go!
Woo! Yeah, we are here at Pocono, as I like to call it, Poco, yes. And we're going to have a good time today on the show on NASCAR.com GarageCam. If you're new to the show and you're watching this live exclusively on NASCAR.com, well, get in that chat room to the right. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you want to see here on GarageCam. There's Jimmy Johnson's brand new scheme, the flat black colors, Jimmy Johnson Foundation, Blue Bunny ice cream, and that Helmet for Hope program this weekend. Lowe's doing such a great job giving up space on that car for the Jimmy Johnson Foundation. They do so many great things. Jimmy Johnson and his staff there at Jimmy Johnson Foundation, so raising some money for some great causes. And there's the car in inspection right now. Of course, you can watch a replay of the show, but it's better watching it live, man. But you can watch it in all sorts of things. Somebody tapped into Twitter, #GarageCam, this week and told me that it's on the Xfinity channel. So you can watch it on demand on your TV. That's pretty darn cool. So if you have Xfinity. There's Kyle Busch's number 18 Candy Rocket Crispy on the side of that car right there. For all you big Kyle Busch fans. Kyle Busch winless here at Pocono. Like to notch one on his belt here at the 2.5 mile speedway. Little technical difficulties at the beginning of the show live, but you know what? We're back, baby. Austin Dillard's number 3 machine right here, the Dow entry. And so many race fans back over there along the fence line waiting for autographs. I just saw a guy who had a suitcase full of die-cast cars. Sam Hornish, the number 9 here, the Richard Petty Racing entry. What's up? What's up? As this crew goes to work, Kevin Bono Mannion has the car up on jack stands. David Gilliland, D. Gilly, the number 38 machine right next door. And there's Johnny Mac Ops. Taking notes. No notes about me, Johnny Mac. No GarageCam notes for Johnny Mac. You always see Johnny Mac in Victory Lane. He runs one of the tightest ships when we go to Victory Lane. And there is the driver, well, the car. The driver is in here, of course. Ricky Stenhouse's zestfully clean car. Mike Kelly, car chief over there at the front of the car. And his boys getting the machine prepped. Look at the intake here for some air. I wonder what that's going to. It looks like it's actually going to that intake there for air to the drive line transmission area. It's pretty cool. Well, there is the traditional infield building, and there's a photographer taking pictures of us of doing GarageCam. You gotta love it. What's up, bud? Live on GarageCam. Oh, it's like we're famous. Oh wait, no, it's because Nick and CJ are behind me. By the way, somebody tweeted me this week and said that CJ needs a Twitter account. No, he says no. Anyway, here's the number 55 David Reagan machine. A lot of drivers relaxed right now because that's what the atmosphere is like here in Pocono. If you've never been to Pocono, it's one of the most chilled out, relaxed joints to come here, vacation, and take in a race. What do we got here? Okay, what do we got here?
I was going to see if you wanted some food. I was going to throw
What is it?
I don't know. Ham.
Ham?
And I don't know what this is. P plus O.
PTO?
S.
That's a, I don't know what PTOS is. Is that piece
let's
of?
Let's open it up and see what it is.
Let's check it out. It looks like it could be some egg sandwich with sausage.
Sausage.
Or something like that. Maybe the ham sandwich. Yeah, or it goes in the trash. Only the best, of course, feeding us leftover breakfast. No. The 55 guys always have a good time with us on NASCAR.com. Hey, Michael Chesniak. By the way, you get the pole position, brother. Michael Chesniak with the pole position here. First person in today's interactive garage on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Matt, hope you're able to try some shoe fly pie up in Pennsylvania. Please show Danica. Of course, shout out for little friend Zoe. And also, get well to you, my friend. Somebody says, Matt, what's on the snack menu there in Pocono? Well, we went to the Blakesley Inn yesterday. The other snacks are right here, but the Blakesley Inn nearby, shoot a little feature for August, so make sure you check it out. Come August, if you come up here, you got to go to the Blakesley Inn. Rich of Pocono history, and in particular the Mattioli family, who this racetrack, Doc Mattioli started this racetrack. And of course, Cup came here in 1974, and your host right here came here as a young child to watch the modifieds, NASCAR modifieds with the Race of Champions. And this guy right here has come here several times and has won here twice, Tony Stewart. Of course, the driver of the Mobile One machine, proud sponsor of NASCAR.com. GarageCam is Mobile One. Let's see what Ray's eating. Hey, Ray, what you eating, brother?
Cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak. We're in Philadelphia, so when in Rome, do as Romans?
Exactly.
Boom, son. Look at that. That looks like a healthy cheesesteak. I don't know if I like that type. Oh, the Front Row Motorsports pit. We cut right through there, pit area right here to see Justin Allgaier's new paint scheme this weekend. We like to show you these new schemes. SEM, the right choice on board this flat black machine for Justin Allgaier. Just saw Ashley walking by, his wife. Beautiful wife walking through the garage area. Cole Witt, the number 35, needs a sponsor on that car. Speed stick on the C-post. Trevor Bayne, right next door to friend Justin Allgaier. Great news out of the Trevor Bayne camp. Yeah, well, okay, yeah. As far as the news that you all heard, of course, Trevor Bayne getting in a little trouble there after Dover for getting out of his car before the safety workers came. But you know what? Let's throw away that news here on GarageCam, because there's better news, and that better news is that he and his wife are expecting a child. So congratulations to the Bayne family. Awesome, awesome news. Didn't even know about it. I talked to him yesterday on the phone for about 5 minutes, and then saw the post later on Twitter and social networking. So we are so happy for Trevor. Great kid, great family, and going to add to that. So that's awesome. Brett Moffitt, the number 34 Dockside Logistics machine. Okay, here's the deal. Pocono's pretty spread out. We got to hustle. We got the muscle, and we got to hustle. CJ, our guy right there, is a Philadelphia native. Oh, actually a New Jersey kid, but he's pretty much from Philadelphia. He's a Philadelphia sports guy. So, yeah. Anyway. I don't know why we're talking about CJ, but that's okay. Everybody seems to love CJ. Maybe even more so than Cam Guy here. Here we go, coming to the Tommy Baldwin Racing Alex Bowman pit area right here. Of course, Tommy Baldwin Jr., owner on this car. His father used to race here on the 3/4 mile when we used to come here and race around the 3/4 mile for the modifieds. Actually, one time he flipped out of the ballpark here, Tom Baldwin Sr. We missed a Tiger. And that number 7 in his honor. The family number in the Baldwin family. Number 83 right here, Guido. Inside the garage. See, this is the access you can't even get with a pop pass. If you want to ever really experience a NASCAR race, you got to come to the infield. You got to see the pit stops. You got to see the garage area. But with NASCAR.com GarageCam, we give you that unique perspective where we actually take you inside the garage area. Here's the running man, Landon Castle, talking to his car owner. Right there, here live on NASCAR.com GarageCam. With the red, white, and blue paint scheme right here on the number 40 machine. What's up there, Landon Castle? What you doing here? Nice conversation. What are we talking about? I'm eavesdropping.
We're talking about top secret stuff.
Top secret stuff?
Yeah, super top secret. Can't even share anything.
So what do you think about this kid running as much as he's running? I mean, that Hall of Fame run has gotten him a lot of publicity.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. You know, we went down there and met him after he was done that day, and I don't think he was really tired after that 14-mile run either. We had a Coors Light together, and we went on with it.
I'll tell you what, I'd be pretty pooped, but hey, we're coming to Pocono here. This place used to be more of an endurance place with 500 miles, but 400 here, but such a tricky track to get around. Could you tell fans from your perspective, especially when you came here the first time, how the balance around here is just tough for race car drivers?
It's definitely a tough racetrack. I mean, we kind carry a lot of speed into the corners. We're shifting every lap, so there's a lot to it. I really enjoy driving this track. I feel like it's a driver's racetrack, and even though it's really big and can get strung out, I enjoy, you know, heavy braking into the corners, downshifting, accelerating out. It's just something different. It's a lot of fun, and it's beautiful out here. So
you guys have a good time. Landon Castle joining us on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Oh, check out this paint scheme. One of my favorite paint schemes here in the garage, the Old Glory paint scheme, I like to call it, because it's not the stark white, red, white, and blue paint scheme like Landon Castle's Interstate number 40 right here. Moving services, not to be confused with the battery. But it is the old school, the ragged old flag like Johnny Cash sung about. Pretty darn cool paint scheme for the Yingling number 33, of course. Yingling, one of the well, it's an American brewery, and very much involved up here in Pocono, so great to see them on board. J.J. Alley, the number 23 machine. Oh, man, he's ready for summer right here, Yaley. Oh, look at this, folks. We got some mustard. We got some ketchup. I mean, that's summer time right there. I want a darn hot dog or a hamburger now. I say after GarageCam, we get our producer Nick to get me a hot dog or a hamburger. Sherwin-Williams Emerald Paint on board the Michael Annette machine this weekend, so cool to see that. I wonder if he does get the right rear into the wall, if any pink paint will fly off into the wall. We'll have to see. Hopefully he doesn't make any contact. But Josh Wise right alongside in the Phil Parsons owned number 98 Ford. Travis Quapple, just saw him walking through the motor coach lot just a short time ago. We're interviewing Jimmy Johnson about a forthcoming piece on NASCAR.com. Victorypress.biz on the quarters of this number 32 of Travis Quapple, the Ford. Oh, you hear the cars cranking up here. Getting ready for their first laps of the weekend here on the 2.5-mile triangular-shaped oval here at Pocono, Pennsylvania. Probably one of the closest markets we have to New York City. So many people come from that area to watch racing here. Of course, I'm from the Long Island, New York area originally. Live in Concord, North Carolina now, but you know, back in the day, this was the closest Cup track. The number 26, Jeb Burton right here. Actually, talking about Jeb Burton the other day, because we were passing by the Lehigh Valley Quarter Midget Club, right on the entrance here of Pocono Raceway. And you know, the first time I saw Jeb Burton race, I was announcing a race here at the Quarter Midget Club, a little dirt track on the facility. And Jeb Burton was going wheel to wheel with Brandon McReynolds. Here's Bobby Baykeefe, crew guy right here extraordinaire, being too shy for the camera. Hey, this is the guy making all the noise. Are you surprised? It's the number 62. He joined us, Brendan Gaughan, on Race Center last week. This weekend, make sure you tune in to Race Center on Sunday morning. We'll get you caught up right before everything happens here on Sunday. Get you the lowdown of what to expect in our picks for the win. Brendan Gaughan was our guest last week. Our very own Zach Albert, with some of the best facial hair in NASCAR, will be on the show. Okay, walking through the dark area, the garage area here to the other side. I see the Geico crew here. Oh, that's because the Geico driver is right here, and that is Casey Mears. Speaking with his crew chief, Booty Barker. Getting ready for practice here at Pocono. We'll leave them alone. If we see him rolling back, maybe we'll talk to him. Ty Dillon walking in the distance. I don't think we could catch up with Ty Dillon, though. We're not that fast. Oh, well, here is the number 13 car, Casey Mears' car, of course. One of the drivers, well, we made a list today. Sometimes we make stat lists, and I like to be a little weird on my stat list. And sometimes I'll write heroes and zeros and things like that, or people that have won here and people that have not won here today. I used the slang term dope. Like, hey man, that's dope. That's cool. So dope was the people that have won here, and nope was the people who have not won here. Casey Mears, among one of those drivers who have raced here over 20 times here at Pocono and has not scored a victory here at the 2.5. Such a challenging racetrack, and a racetrack that has IndyCar roots as well. So, of course, when you see Mears, the notion of IndyCars always comes up with the Mears family being so richly involved in that area of the sport. Let's get some shout-outs here. Haven't gotten any of your shout-outs or names mentioned here on the show, and I feel guilty now for people like Blaine Smith. Hey, Matt, you got to get on Periscope. I was on Periscope for the first time yesterday. Blaine Smith eating lunch. We don't Periscope from the racetrack here because we do GarageCam. It's even better. We got microphones. You can hear it. It's not on a phone. Jeff Messer. Hey, Matt, what's the weather there today? Well, we'll give you the weather forecast. It's a little cloudy, overcast, but it is absolutely gorgeous. We were just over at Jimmy Johnson's about 20 minutes ago talking about the weather. Little blue skies poking through right there as you look over. Not very much wind here. That huge, giant American flag not blowing in the breeze like we typically see here. So beautiful to see Old Glory when it's flapping up there. But it's warm. It's not too warm, though. It's in the morning, you had to wear kind of a jacket or a sweater. And now it's absolutely gorgeous. Summertime weather here in the Pocono Mountains. Oh, it beats nothing else. It's gorgeous up here in the Pocono region. So this used to be one of the vacation and the honeymoon capitals of the world up here. And, times change, but I'll tell you what, Pocono making a resurgence just like this racetrack. One of the old classics, but so progressive. All the improvements they're making here at Pocono has made it one of the favorite facilities for everybody here in the garage area. AJ Allmendinger, the Hungry Jack Clorox machine. Right next door, Greg Biffle. Hey, Greg Biffle's won here before, the home defense car this weekend. But yes, in that number 16, he has won here at Pocono before. Can he do it again? I'll tell you what, a decent run for them last week. In the last few weeks, this team has kind of seemingly picked up the pace, brought some new cars to the racetrack, the Roush organization. Michael Chesniak, you wanted to see the number 10 of Danica, Patrick. And there is the GoDaddy machine. Look at the tablet here. Hendrick will be hard to beat this weekend, but I'd like to see Kyle Larson get his first win, says JF, I guess. Let's see the bullseye. You want to see the bullseye? Well, there is the bullseye. I believe that's from JF. Get clarification on that. What's up, JF? Here is the Kyle Larson machine. Actually, I picked Kyle to win here last year in his rookie season. Why? Because this place is a place that's very good for an adaptive race car driver, because we have 3 different corners, and the driver of this bullseye machine right here is a very adaptive driver from his experience on dirt. Greg Biffle taking the back way in. Going to talk to some guys. We're going to try to get them, but what's up? There's the Larson. Well, when we were here last year, this guy was on the pole here, and we were just talking about how this place is a very adaptive racetrack. It's 3 different corners here, and you're kind of an adaptive driver because you've been a dirt racer. So is there any comparisons and stuff, parallels?
No, nothing really compares to in stock car racing. But Pocono,
so you just proved me wrong, basically.
I guess. I don't know. Pocono's fun because it is different, and your rhythm. You have to find a good rhythm and keep your rhythm going good for a whole race to be competitive here. So I like it. It's easy to make mistakes, and easy. Yeah, once you make a mistake here, it's long straightaways, so you get passed by a lot of people. So just gotta stay smooth and make all your shifts count.
Last year, you had all the shifting questions. You haven't heard them much this year, except for us, I guess, right now, right?
Yeah, knock on wood, wherever there's some wood. I haven't missed a shift in a long time, so hopefully I didn't just jinx myself.
All right, buddy. Kyle Larson, have a good day right there. Kyle Larson driving that Bullseye car. Well, it's a Target machine with Clorox on board and Linksys. I've got a Linksys product at my house. Clint Boyer, Big Machine Records. Oh, check it out. I love Big Machine Records, and you got to love that logo on the Big Machine Records number 15 Toyota this weekend. Out of the Michael Waltrip camp. And there is Carl Edwards putting his helmet on already. Getting in the car a little early is Carl Edwards here in this number 19 machine, the Aris Toyota. As we show you the front of this Toyota. Denny Hamlin. Here's a guy that's been a repeat winner here. Actually, he's done the repeat twice. So I think he's one of the only drivers that's repeated here 2 in a row twice. Ryan Newman, new paint scheme on board for Granger. Great to see Granger back in the sport. Longtime sponsor of Greg Biffle through the Truck Series and, of course, the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Granger back on board. What do we got here? The FedEx delivery truck has made it to the track and is parked right here at the 11 pit. No joke. That's kind of a small trailer to bring that big car. There's the Paul Menard machine. Of course, when you see the Paul Menard machine, you see this guy, one of my favorite tire guys in the garage, Mason Jennings, wearing the coolest hat in the garage today. High five, the coolest hat, boom. Rocking the old school Goodyear, although I'm a huge fan of the Goodyear hat with the scrambled eggs on it. That would be the Leafs, the gold Leafs. 10 minutes to go, says. No, 8 minutes. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, push the panic button. 8 more minutes to go on GarageCam. We'll see who we can talk to here in the interim as we cruise on down through the garage area. Matt Kenseth talking to his crew right here. The Dollar General machine will bring you inside that pit area for all you Matt Kenseth fans. Dollar General machine. Matt Kenseth, 30 starts here, 0 wins. 30 starts, 0 wins as far as the Nopes are concerned. The guys that have been here for a long time. That's a big surprise when you think of Matt Kenseth. This is one of those racetracks that he still has yet to get a win. Oh, you see Nathan's on board right here. The number 43 machine of Ara Camarola. And guess what? The King is up here with Ara Camarola. Is Richard Petty. Little pre-practice advice here at the back of the car. You see Richard talking about the car being snapped loose. I guess he was describing. You always see that hand motion. Try to decipher exactly what they're talking about. Ara Camarola. And there is the King, Richard Petty. What's up, King? Let me ask you a question on NASCAR.com GarageCam. What do you remember about 1974, that first time here at Pocono?
That wasn't my first time. I came up here and ran some USAC races.
Okay.
We won one of them. We ran 2 races.
So that 74 win wasn't your first win at Pocono?
That was my first NASCAR win up here. Yeah, we won Pocono. We won a 500-mile race. I guess it was USAC or whatever it was at that time. Yeah.
What did you remember about the place when you first walked in? Because it's so darn different.
It was big, okay. You know what I mean? The track's way over yonder, about 2 miles. And really, it was kind of crude compared to what we'd been, the garage areas and the racetrack. And, you know, the track was okay, but all the facilities around it. And we had to get used to it. But, you know, once we run, I love the racetrack because it had 3 different straightaways, 3 different corners. Pretty challenging racetrack.
All right, thank you very much. The King, Richard Petty, reminiscing about Pocono Raceway. And, of course, his first win here in NASCAR came in 1974. But, hey, the King educating us. You got to love that. What the heck? All the cars are leaving early on us. Well, that's okay. We got to catch up to them a little bit. Casey Kane one of the Hendrick Brigade. He's got a win here. And of course, Hendrick Motorsports so very strong here. Winners of the last 5 races here. Jeff Gordon, one of those. The number 24 Penn State on board this weekend for Jeff Gordon. And you know, one of the cars that pulled out? Well, Dale Jr. right here. The Nationwide driver. All the cars left. What are we going to do? Oh, there is the Jimmy Johnson machine. We told you about the flat black paint scheme for Jimmy Johnson, of course. Right here, we'll give you a look at the Helmet for Hope helmet this weekend for Jimmy Johnson. Pretty cool program, that Helmet of Hope with Blue Bunny involved for Jimmy Johnson. Of course, Hendrick Motorsports so strong when he come here. Last 5 wins, of course, Dale Earnhardt Jr., winner of the last 2 here at the 2.5 mile super speedway here. And he could become the 3rd driver ever to win 3 in a row. So we're talking about Stanley Cup final week right here. Well, Dale Jr. can score the hat trick this weekend. Only 2 other drivers have won 3 in a row here at Pocono. That would be Bobby Allison and, of course, the late Tim Richmond. Red Keselowski rolling by, Tony Stewart rolling by. We saw Denny Hamlin roll by, highest driver rating here at Pocono. So for all you fantasy people, there you go. Jeff Gordon, we saw him rolling out. 6-time winner here. Can he make it number 7? We said dope before. Jeff Gordon most certainly is dope here. 6 wins, unbelievable record there. Talk about Hendrick Motorsports dominance, and it begins and ends here with Jeff Gordon. Well, I guess that's it. We got about 3 minutes left of the show, but there's no cars. Well, we'll show some more cars rolling by. Why not? 2 more minutes. We can't end the show early. I got picked on last week because we ended the show about 1.5 minutes early. But we'll show you Travis Quapple here rolling by with the beautiful puffy clouds in the background. Some more cars from the other side of the garage. We'll roll by our cameras here. Bob Dillner here. Hey, what's up, Bob Dillner?
How are you doing?
Brother Bob. Hey, we missed Brother Bob. How you doing, bud?
Love Pocono. Been coming here since 1982. Got my buddy Cody Coughlin over there. He's running the ARCA Racing Series tomorrow, so watch him. It's going to be a good race, and he's got one of the best cars, and he's got a chance to win tomorrow. But I just love being here in Pocono.
A lot of memories for us, man, when we used to come here for the modified shows.
That's right, sleeping in the back of Dad's truck in the parking lot, 1982, Racing Champions, modifieds, love it.
All right. See you, Bob. We miss you here in the NASCAR garage for sure. I always miss having my brother here. That was an unexpected surprise. That was pretty cool. Get old BD on the show. Check that out. So you see the crews now migrating to the haulers across from the garage, stepping up on top. 1 lap to go. 1 minute. 1 minute to go on GarageCam. We can still have a few cars passing by here. Why not? Let's fill out the end of the show. Look it. It's Matthew Benedetto, the number 83 machine, the big Burger King BK Racing entry. Should Mason Jennings close out the show? I mean, why not? Shouldn't we close out the show with Mason Jennings? You know, why not? I mean, this is the Exalta race here. What's the name of this race? The Exalta, it's a cool name, actually. Let's look at our tablet. Exalta, we paint winners. We were talking about painting. Well, folks, check out the F post on NASCAR.com, where this guy right here, this ugly guy, your host, truly, had to paint the walls at Dover. Lost a bet. We lost here at Pocono against Dover in this celebrity softball game. So I had to paint the walls at Dover. So check out that video. Mason Jennings had to go to work, so we'll close out the show here at Pocono, one of the nicest classic racetracks that we go to, and we love it so much. So from a blue sky Pocono Mountains here in the hills of Pennsylvania, we sign off. This is Matthew Dillner, and until next time, we'll see you at the races.